celebrate the power. All praise is due to Yahweh. By Hashem, Yahweh Shai. To the day I die, lift his name up high in the tower. Cause we his chosen seed above all. Told Moses to tell us keep his law.
Now, when the young man, I asked him what does the word Bible mean, right? The word Bible comes from the word biblios, which means books. It's a collection of books. Now, these books are a collection. Remember, they came together and as they were put together and written by our people that spoke many languages. You understand? So now, when even our people, during the Hellenistic period, they spoke Greek. Okay? So when they said a white man, Greek, guess what? We taught them that language. That wasn't a white man's language. We were the one that taught them that language of Greek.
It's a holy celebration. We sing and giving praises to the holy power, Yahweh. Hey, it's a holy celebration. We sing and giving praises to the holy power, Yahweh.
In the Bible, read what you got. Jeremiah 16:14.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Most High, that it shall no more be said, the Most High liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
So stop. Does that mean that we're not going to celebrate the Passover no more? No. Does that mean that we're not going to talk about the deliverance of Egypt no more? No, that's not what that means, because we just read the Most High said that we should keep the Passover throughout all our generations. So what does that mean when it says it shall no more be said, blessed be the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt? Meaning what's about to happen, what the Most High is about to do, is going to far eclipse what happened when we were delivered out of Egypt, to the point where that's what we're going to be talking about, because this deliverance is going to be way different. It's going to be on a much grander scale. So the Most High said we're going to be talking about this, and this is going to be the talk in the kingdom. Read on.
But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
So the Most High said in the kingdom, we're going to be talking about the great deliverance that happened from America. So the Passover is something to look forward to as well as something to look back on. America's days is numbered, man. And I hope that Trump does everything that he needs to do to push these prophecies forward so that our people can wake up. Because the Most High got to put the screws on our people because they're sleeping, man. After 8 years under Obama, the majority of our people went back to sleep. And now Trump is coming. He's turning that daggone flame on that stove up. And I say it's good, man. The Most High needs to bring somebody in office like that to really push our people, because the elect need to wake up. The majority of Israel are not going to wake up. We know the Most High has an elect, but the elect of Israel needs to wake up.
Back on to what he was saying, we did something, the brothers up here, like he said, we united. We got 4 camps up here. The Most High put in our spirit. We have, I don't know if a lot of y'all on Facebook, but y'all see the Maccabees Alliance Council. You know, a lot of brothers is putting up the logo. They putting up the post about the Maccabees Alliance Council. And that was something where the Most High put in our spirits. I got on the phone. I called Hurricane General Hashar. I called Priest Daniel Allah. We got on the phone. We started speaking about it. And then we got on the phone and we called the brothers from ISOC. We called the brothers from UKOIC. We called FOPE. We called Apostles of New Jerusalem. And we just got on the phone and we was holding weekly calls every week, every Monday. And then we finally all got together and we went down to D.C. and we gathered 8 camps in one room, and we put doctrines up on the table and things of that nature. And we discussed, we went over a lot of different things that, you know, you see going on right now in Israel, different doctrines and everything, but we were grown men to be able to sit down at the table and go over these doctrines, whether we agreed or we disagreed. The bottom line is keeping the commandments and loving your brother as you love yourself. So with that being at the helm and pushing forward, it was easy to go over it in the room because love and charity and for one another was at the helm, and that made it that much easier to go over the doctrine. So when it was all over, you know what I mean, we came to the conclusion of what it was, and we went into the next room, and all the brothers, man, I didn't even know a lot of the brothers there. That was my first time meeting them, but the love in the room for those that wasn't there to be able to experience it, it was incredible, man. It was beautiful. You know, we took pictures, and you can see it, the pictures that we put on Facebook. It shot out there before I I can even put my post up. I had 200 likes and brothers and comments and things because you can actually see the love there. So don't let nobody keep pushing that spirit you see on Facebook or any of these. And I just speak mainly on Facebook because I see it there a lot, talking about they camp bashing. You know what I mean? They let them know that these camps is going together, and it's so ignorant because the word of the camp in itself just means a particular group of people that's gathered together collectively under one doctrine. That's what a camp is. So if you're going together if you meeting up every weekend with 5 people over sister so-and-so house or brother so-and-so house, you're a camp. You know what I mean? You're a camp. Don't get caught up in the what you see, or they see brothers going out on the street and they label that a camp. A camp is just strict. Israel itself is one big camp. Because we all are supposed to be under one doctrine, and that's the doctrine of the laws, statutes, and the commandments. So don't let nobody tell you that or keep pushing that. You know, like you say, agents and different, like pushing against camps and downgrading and bashing on the camps. We're not going to do that, and we letting everybody know that the camps are gathering together.
This time, all the men, prepare yourself, please. Baba Kwasha, just staff in your hand, your loins girded to eat the meal. Khan?
Exodus chapter 12.
Amajim Akim. All the men of Israel, rise! Come on, man. That militant spirit, that army-like thing that the Most High is raising up in us in the Passover. Take your mind back during that time. And as you eat, think of the Egyptians, man, behind you, ready to chase you, chase your women, your children, and kill you. Gone? So man up. Read it, King.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. Verse 11, and thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
So at this time we ask you that you men raise up your lamb.
Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Hamashiach Yahushai Asherah Intalanawa Hapasak Hashem Hamashiach Yahushai Tawada Amen.
That on them bread, I mean that to the early.
Sisters can eat too. Sisters can eat too. So brothers, grab your bit of herb. Sisters too. Don't shy from it.
Now somebody cut these things up kind of small, so some of y'all should grab 2 pieces, man. If you know you've been off this year, you've been wicked, man, grab 2 pieces.
Which brother or sister cut these small? Gotta have a council about that. They knew what they was doing. We have to meet with you after this. Little granddaughter can eat this. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
And don't swallow with no wine, man.
Exactly. Chew it.
it, chew it. Right.
Chew it. Chew it. Chew it.
Ready?
Chew it. Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashim, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Azra, Nathan Lanawa, Marayam, Dawada, Damyad, Aman.
Put your teeth in that joint, man. Hey,
You gonna grab that wine now, right out?
hey,
You gonna wash down that wine now, right?
Shema, everybody, listen up, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. Listen up, y'all. Listen up. When we read in Exodus 12, Shema, everybody. When we read in Exodus chapter 12, the Most High says the Egyptians caused us to serve with rigor. When we read in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, the Most High said they wore us out here. So this is worse than the rigor. So when we celebrate the Passover in the kingdom, it's going to be worse than this. Whatever we're going to eat is going to be worse than this, man. This is bad. All right, men of Israel, let's face one another. We're about to salute one another. I say all praise to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai for all the brothers making it safe to the Most High's Passover 2017. Israel, y'all look good. Israel, y'all look strong. The Most High is elevating us. Can't nobody stop this truth. Stay in the spirit and let's keep it going. And next year, man, we're going to need a bigger place if it be the Most High's will, because more people is going to come into this truth, man. All right? All right? Let's also, above all else, as already been said across this platform, let us remain the beacon and the pillars of what an Israelite should be. And what I mean by that is the unity that's displayed amongst all the different camps in this room. We're not worried about the camps that don't want to get down with unity. We're not worried about the camps that don't want to deal with us, that want to be individualized or they want to be separate camps. We coming together in the spirit of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. We're unifying pursuant to Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1, Psalms 133. If they don't want to get down with it, eventually they're going to have to lay down. It's going to be get down or lay down. That's the time that we're in right now. All right? Anybody else, any other elders want to say something before I do a salute? All right, so men of Israel, I Madim Shabbat, which means at rest. Stand at rest. All right, let's salute one another loud and strong so that this whole neighborhood know that we're here. Men of Israel, I Madim! Barak! Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah! Yahweh Shalom! Yahweh Shalom! Yad Yom Matah! Hands down. All right, let's face our sisters. Sisters, stand up, please. We're going to salute our sisters. Remember on the Passover, we didn't get a chance to go over it tonight, but remember on the Passover, Yahweh Shai spoke highly of Mary of Bethany, all right, which was one of our mighty sisters of old. And there were many others in the scriptures. You had Dorcas, you had many others. The Apostle Paul in the last book of Romans, I believe it's the 12th chapter, was speaking about all the sisters that were ministering for him and doing many, many great works. You sisters are a part of our nation. We love you. We do not hate our women. That's a lie. That's a myth that's being pushed by people outside the Israelite community. We love our sisters, man, and we're not going nowhere in the kingdom without y'all, man. All right? So, men of Israel, let's salute our sisters loud and strong and show them some love. I'm Madim Shabbat. Men of Israel, Madim! Barak! Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. All right. Everybody be seated.
Shalom, Akio. It's good to be here on this eve of the Passover, and I'm really glad to be here, man. And before I go any further, I would like to give thanks to some of the great warriors that went on before us, and I'd like to give a moment in silence. Number one, Yaikwa, father warrior who taught me Lashawan Kodash along with Shalama. I'd also like to give mention of Masha, Danya Allah from the tribe of Shamaywan, who was murdered by members of his tribe in Uptown Washington Heights. Miss you, brother. I'd also like to give mention of Ariella, another great Gadite warrior. These men lived and died for this truth. And another brother who is sorely missed, Banloya. That Levite was a mighty warrior, man. Banloya, you will be missed, brother. And there are a whole lot of other brothers that have lived and died for this truth. And this is a mighty nation that's awakening, and we thank the Most High for waking us up to the fact that we are the bona fide biblical descendants of Jacob, the Aikwa, not the so-called children of, not the children of Amalek, the so-called white man who pretends to be a Jew, that's supposed to be arrested and locked up for identity theft. So with that, I want to say thanks to all these great men that lived and died doing this work. And I'm honored to have been called by the Most High to help awaken this mighty nation of Israel, the greatest people on the earth, so-called Negroes, who came over to the Caribbean islands and the shores of America on slave ships. You are the biblical descendants of Jacob, and we are the real Hebrew Israelites. And with that, I'd like to say, Kwam Yashar Allah.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Passover 2018. It's your brother, Priest Daniela, Lions of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council, and we are in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. We're doing a little different this year. Normally we have the Passover in New York City, but we're having a 2-day event, and this is day number 1, okay? So as you can see, we're in front of the facility right now, all right? So what I want y'all to do is just come with me. We're gonna show y'all around, and we'll also be live streaming the event a little bit later. By the time you watch this, that'll already be over, but we're about to live stream the event. So come with us and let's show you around and see what the facility looks like. One more.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. All praise
One second, stock in. If the sisters want to start serving the food in the back, they can. In the meantime, while we're doing this. Yes, well, I mean more food if they want to. It's okay. Go ahead.
All praise unto the Most High, Yahweh Shai. Of course, AOC, you know, we got a bad reputation of being late sometimes, but we're here. And, you know, happy to, you know, fellowship with brothers. But at this particular point in time, we want to acknowledge those men that have been holding us down, especially in the leadership position, especially at camp, putting in the work. I mean, these brothers are phenomenal. And for us to really, it's not too many words that we can say bad, but we love these brothers, but there's so much good in them that they're like family to us, man. And, you know, we haven't necessarily put a title on them just as yet, but at the same time, we want to give them brothers their credence because they helped us out in the midst of trying to put this together with us. The brother Daniela, he's been around for a long time.
He stole my name! He stole my name! Took my name!
His father's in the truth.
That's
his
right.
Father.
That's right.
So he was practically born in this faith.
That's right.
All right. But his dad is a brother, you know, that deal with the Old Testament, but he also brings him around. And
That's
through
right.
the spirit of Mashiach Yahushua, the brother has seen Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit.
All praise.
And the brother came together with the brother Mala'ak. Mala'ak is he's already an officer in statement and in words. So the inauguration hasn't been done yet. It's going to be a special day for that. That's right. But Mala'ak, y'all brothers know the brother. The brother does a lot of videos. The brother's out there at camp. He's a powerful speaker. He's a sponge as well when it comes down to absorbing the word. Extremely knowledgeable. He is one of the top 10. And I've been with troops not so long. I've been with troops in 95. But he's one of the top 10 Ephraimite brothers I've ever met in my life.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I co-sign that. I co-sign that. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I want to also give a shout out to the new brothers. Y'all know who y'all are. It's been coming up in the camp that's back there right now. I want to also give a shout out to the brother Harag for allowing us to stay in his home.
Elder Harag, that's right.
Harag is an elder in the nation.
That's right.
He's a martial art master.
That's right.
A teacher. A lot of brothers know about things and word and deed. His program is etched in, you know, it's etched in stone.
That's
man.
right.
The brother is built like a war machine.
That's a fact.
And all he wants to do is just train the nation.
That's right.
Another brother, where's the brother in the blue? The brother Karab, the Hebrew brother.
That's right.
That's
there you go.
The legend of Rock Karab.
There you go, Rock Karab, man. There you go. There you go.
he goes back to the age as well. That's a historian, and a brother, of course, his vast amount of information and his fortitude to endure, but that's the Hebrew brother. That's the brother you want to call at 4 o'clock in the morning when your spirit's wrestling with you.
Yeah, call him at 4 in the morning, that's right.
And I want to pass the mic off to Shaw Nathaniel. This brother was born in the zone. Everybody should know Shaw. Shaw is like the Where's Waldo of Israel. He's out in New York, Philly, Baltimore. You can find him anywhere. Just want to say Shalom, Yashalom. Shalom, Yashalom. I want to say something. Next month is going to be 39 years I've been in this war.
Hallelujah.
39 years. Praising Yahweh. Now, I want to say something. The water, praising Yahweh. And I want to say this. I never, in all my life in the nation of Israel, turn on YouTube and watch 5 different brothers that's standing up here to come up in this truth in less than 4 years, the way that they do in the history of One West, all the way up until now. Mala'ak, Danyala, Levi, Tahan, and Shawshan. I've never seen in all my life in the history of Israel brothers learn and pick up this truth and run with it so fast in my life. And I tell you the truth, I thank the Most High, Yahweh Shai, for y'all brothers to be here in this nation to help teach and feed the flock in the name of the Most High and his beloved son Yahweh Shai. And that's all I got to say. Shalom. I just want to call a couple of brothers up to give them the honor and respect that they deserve in this truth. The scriptures talks about to whom much is given, much is required. That's right. You men have been given a lot. It's required a lot of you, and you always come through. Like Desire was a mom. Step up, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right.
Allah is a special Hebrew scholar. A special Hebrew scholar. But one thing I want to say about this brother also, he's another special Hebrew scholar. Another one. All praise. Like he reads the Hebrew with no English included, and he understands it. He can break it down to you with no problem. From the beginning of the book. And we just grew. We just built. We built. Some things we changed up. We did things the correct way. Not to say things were going all wrong, but we did a lot of things that we felt that were wrong the right way. And as the camp grows, you grow. From this point on, you're going to be a bishop in the camp of apostles. Amullah has been around for many years. The brother has been a pillar in the truth. And even when it's days when I'm weak and tired, because I got a lot on my plate, and I'm like, listen, I don't know. He's like, yeah, we got to go out to camp, Bob. We got to go out to camp, Bob. And guess what? We go out to camp, King. That's right. We go out to camp. And he'll tell you that sometimes I'm zombified in camp, King. I'm like, but he holds it down. He's always very communicative, and he's just a humble brother. Brother's a humble brother, has a humble spirit. Right. So from this point in time, King, you're going to be a deacon in the camp.
Yes, sir. It's my guy right here. Let's go.
Brother Shalak Gabar. Brother Shalak Gabar came to our camp a couple of years ago, and everything that I've asked this brother to do, it gets done like that. That's right. Everything. From the artwork, from the t-shirts that he has going on, just making new signs for the camp. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, everything I've asked this brother to do, he's done. Every day he's called me, yo, we got to set some up in Brooklyn. We set some up in Brooklyn, we got fruit in Brooklyn already. Because the spirit of the Most High is on this brother right here. The spirit of the Most High. And the brother is a great martial artist too.
All right, there you go.
Black belt in several styles. In several styles. That's why he's the same way. But also, he's a humble brother. And like I said, as the camp grows in Brooklyn, because we got fruit out there already, To whom much is given, much is required. From this point on, you are captain and apostles of the Jerusalem.
All praise, your God.
Everybody has received the ring. No matter what camp you're in, remember, to whom much is given, much is required.
That's right.
It's about the kingdom of heaven. It's about the kingdom of heaven. So teach like today is your last day when you're out there in the streets. You're on YouTube. Teach like it's your last day. Because we don't know when our last day is going to be. It could be right after this. It could be 20 years from now. But teach like there's no tomorrow. Congratulations to all of y'all. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.